any video, recording, music, whatever that I'm using in this video that I did not create is being used under fair use. Everyone, we are witnesses to history. This is completely epic and wow. Take some time to read this, okay? Take some time, read it, know it, and understand what Elon Musk and Tucker Carlson are doing is possibly the most historic thing that any of us have witnessed in our lifetimes. Here we go.
Lies. Hey, it's Tucker Carlson. You often hear people say the news is full of lies, but most of the time that's not exactly right. Much of what you see on television or read the New York Times is in fact true in the literal sense. It could pass one of the media's own fact checks. Lawyers would be willing to sign off on it. In fact, they may have. But that doesn't make it true. It's not true. At the most basic level, the news you consume is a lie of the stealthiest and most insidious kind. Facts have been withheld on purpose, along with proportion and perspective. You are being manipulated. How does that work? Let's see. If I tell you that a man has been unjustly arrested for armed robbery, that is not, strictly speaking, a lie. He may have been framed. At this point, there's been no trial, so no one can really say. But if I don't mention the fact that the same man has been arrested for the same crime 6 times before, am I really informing you? No, I'm not. I'm misleading you. And that's what the news media are doing in every story that matters, every day of the week, every week of the year. What's it like to work in a system like that? After more than 30 years in the middle of it, we could tell you stories. The best you can hope for in the news business at this point is the freedom to tell the fullest truth that you can. But there are always limits. And you know that if you bump up against those limits often enough, you will be fired for it. That's not a guess. It's guaranteed. Every person who works in English language media understands that. The rule of what you can't say defines everything. It's filthy, really, and it's utterly corrupting. You can't have a free society if people aren't allowed to say what they think is true. Speech is the fundamental prerequisite for democracy. That's why it's enshrined in the first of our constitutional amendments. Amazingly, as of tonight, there aren't many platforms left that allow free speech. The last big one remaining in the world, the only one, is Twitter, where we are now. Twitter has long served as the place where our national conversation incubates and develops. Twitter is not a partisan site. Everybody's allowed here, and we think that's a good thing. And yet, for the most part, the news that you see analyzed on Twitter comes from media organizations that are themselves thinly disguised propaganda outlets. You see it on cable news, you talk about it on Twitter. The result may feel like a debate, but actually the gatekeepers are still in charge. We think that's a bad system. We know exactly how it works, and we're sick of it. Starting soon, we'll be bringing a new version of the show we've been doing for the last 6.5 years to Twitter. We'll be bringing some other things too, which we'll tell you about. But for now, we're just grateful to be here. Free speech is the main right that you have. Without it, you have no others. See you soon.
Have you ever been a witness to history being made? Have you? Most of us have been. My parents' generation with the assassinations of JFK, Martin Luther King, Bobby Kennedy, Malcolm X, were witnesses to history. My generation, the shuttle Challenger blowing up while we were all watching at school, of course 9/11, we were witnesses to history. And with what you just watched at the beginning of this video, you are all now witnesses to history too. Tucker Carlson and Fox News parting ways is going to be the best thing and the biggest thing to happen to media since the Gutenberg printing press. It's huge. It is completely and totally game-changing. Tucker Carlson and Elon Musk have just paid Twitter off. Period. Elon Musk, he bought Twitter, paid more than it was worth, and now, well, he's about to get a return on his investment in spades. As far as Elon Musk goes, bringing Tucker to Twitter, well, that puts every social media site or app or company on notice. Facebook, fucked. YouTube, fucked. All of them, fucked. Even Google could be fucked when this here starts panning out. Traditional media, fucked. Corporate media, fucked. Print media, fucked. You're all screwed. All the big media conglomerates are now screwed. Screwed. Rupert Murdoch, you fucked up. Tucker Carlson is going to be broadcasting on Twitter. Tucker Carlson is not going to be held accountable by any corporate shill or by any sponsor. And Tucker Carlson is going to get more views than anyone in the history of social media. What this has done, this is literally taking the power away from corporate media. What this is doing is just completely momentous. Tucker Carlson was the only thing worth watching on Fox News. And when they let him go, they thought it would be like when they canned Bill O'Reilly. Well, there's nobody that can follow Tucker like Tucker followed Bill O'Reilly. Period. There's not. Tucker Carlson is going to be bigger than Rush Limbaugh. Tucker Carlson is going to be bigger than anybody in the history of news media. He's only going to get bigger. Only going to get bigger. And thank you, Fox News, for firing him. And thank you, Elon Musk, for hiring him. Oh, now we know the call Tucker made when he got canned, or the call that he answered. He had offers from Newsmax, One American News, Valuetainment, and he chose Twitter. In about a year, Tucker will be able to buy Newsmax, Twitter, maybe even Fox News. Wow. Now, because this is so historic, I do have to put the unfortunate lens of American history on this event. Because whenever somebody truly speaks truth to power, whenever somebody truly holds the establishment accountable, they get assassinated. That's right. So protect Tucker Carlson and Elon Musk at all costs. I'm talking Secret Service level protection. And my examples are John F. Kennedy, Bobby Kennedy, right? Martin Luther King, Malcolm X. Yeah. This is America. And the powerful will kill you if you're going to make them look bad or take from them. Hell, look at what happened to Epstein, right? Look what happened to Epstein. That wasn't coincidence. And Tucker Carlson had better start worrying about the same damn thing. That's how big this is. Tucker Carlson has been the only voice in mainstream big corporate media that was calling truth to power and being honest about it. Didn't care what people thought of him. Didn't care about the outrage. He was genuine. Fox News trying to assassinate his character with all the releases just made him look better. And now we are witnesses to history. And damn. Just damn. That's where I'm at. Damn. But Tucker, you better get security. He needs security. Secret Service level security, because the establishment in this country will kill you. And we've always seen the proof of it. It's right there before our eyes, no matter how they want to mask it. You know, they're going to try to pull a he tripped down the stairs moment. And anybody from South Africa, remember that happened to Biko during apartheid. So just pay attention to what's cracking up on the Fox News, because they're going down. They're the Bud Light of cable news. And Tucker Carlson just became bigger than God. And how did he do it? Fox News tried to crucify him. Well, that's over. Anyways, everyone, I am the A-bomb. And I'm a witness to history, and so are you. Had to get this on wax. And I'll see all of you guys on the flip side. Boom. I'm out.